In a shocking turn of events that left the entire co-host panel of The View absolutely panicking, Whoopi Goldberg just did and said the unthinkable that left them in pure shock. As much as it left me in shock after what she said here. This is absolutely crazy because Whoopi Goldberg, probably the first time in her entire life, just broke free from the Matrix. And she had a moment where she actually saw the light, where she saw reality for the first time outside of the Hollywood bubble. And it completely left them panicking to the point where they were begging to cut to commercial because of what she said, okay? This is absolutely crazy. We're going to get into this and see what Whoopi Goldberg says in this video here. This might be the realest moment that Whoopi Goldberg has ever had in her life. So let's go ahead and check out this video of what Whoopi Goldberg has to say here because this is absolutely crazy. And then we will go from there.
What we have to always do, regardless of who you voted for, you still got to pay your rent, you still got to take care of your kids, you still got to take care of your business. And maybe some of what's happening, like, you know, they're trying to take apart the Department of Education.
Yes.
Which, by the way, I am all for 100%. Let me know in the comments below if you are for that or not, with Trump working on making that happen. I think that is a great thing. Honestly, at the end of the day, that is going to just free up people from being under the influence of the federal government 100%, and that is a good thing for the country.
Maybe that is a good thing because maybe it will force us to make sure.
So, first of all, before we get into the rest of the crazy stuff that she says here, because the rabbit hole that she starts to go down just gets crazier and crazier, what she just said right there already is one of the craziest things that she has ever said, where she said that dismantling the Department of Education is probably a good thing. That is something that I never expected anyone from Hollywood, much less Whoopi Goldberg, to say. That is pretty crazy stuff. That is honestly a feather in the hat of Trump coming from Whoopi Goldberg. That is wild, okay? Let's see what else she has to say here, because already you can start to see the co-host members start to fidget uncomfortably. They're just in shock after what she said right there. Let's see what else she has to say.
That our kids actually get what they need. Maybe it'll force us to go to our state and say, listen, I want to make sure, since you're taking all this money from my taxes, I want to make sure.
Bro, Joy Behar is fidgeting. Look at Joy Behar right here. She's in the middle right there. Just watch her.
This money from my taxes, I want to make sure that my kids get exactly what they need. I don't have to wait for the government to do it. We can do it.
And that right there needs to be the mentality that all Americans have. We should not be waiting for our government to take care of us. We should be taking care of ourselves.
This is now in our hands. This is in our hands, and it's going to be tough, and nobody wants to do it.
I cannot believe I'm saying this, but Whoopi Goldberg is actually cooking right here. It is actually crazy to hear Whoopi Goldberg saying this, and I completely agree with everything that she is saying here. It should be in our hands, and yes, it's going to be tougher for us to do it ourselves, but freedom comes at a cost. That is the importance of preserving our freedom. It is tough. But this is exactly what we need to do. We can't just be a country of lazy, reliant people that are dependent on our government for everything.
In our hands. This is in our hands, and it's going to be tough, and nobody wants to do it because it's a bitch. But you know what? If it comes down to your survival, this is what you got to do. You got to take care of what you got to take care of. And they're telling me that we're going to be right back.
You know that someone is just pressing the panic button to cut to commercial after what Whoopi Goldberg was saying there, because Whoopi Goldberg just broke free from the Matrix for a second. And look at Sunny Hostin here at the end, okay? Sunny Hostin right here. Just watch her. Watch her while Whoopi Goldberg is talking, and you can see that she is absolutely she is terrified over what Whoopi Goldberg is saying here.
If it comes down to your survival, this is what you got to do. You got to take care of what you got to take care of. Look at her. And they're telling me that we're going to be right back.
Bro, that is crazy. Whoopi Goldberg is probably just going to completely revert back to being, of course, 100% in the Matrix again. She's probably going to get a slap on the wrist for saying this and all that type of crap, and she's going to have to probably issue an apology. I would not be surprised if that's the case, which is just going to be awful. But for a moment, she started to kind of peek through the curtain a little bit, and she saw the truth. So with that being said, let me know what you think. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll talk to you all in another video very soon.